come together today to help us unveil the first ever United Nations Bollywood-style music video, which we hope will carry a message of equality to millions of people. I sincerely thank the star of our new video, our equality champion, Celina Jaitley, for her dedicated service to the United Nations and for the enormous contribution that she's making to our common cause. I'm also grateful to the renowned actor Imran Khan, a leading figure in Indian cinema, for lending his support to Free and Equal. And I'm especially grateful to the activists present for standing up for the rights of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people across India. I applaud and support you on behalf of the entire United Nations. I'm a staunch advocate of the Free and Equal campaign because I refuse to stand silent in the face of prejudice against LGBT members of our human family. Stigma and intolerance force millions of people to live in fear, in shame, and in hiding. As Secretary General of the United Nations, I appeal for an end to discrimination, abuse, violent attacks that characterize this deplorable human tragedy. The Free and Equal campaign provides an opportunity for all of us, whether as leaders, artists, journalists, activists, teachers, parents, as individuals of conscience, to take an active stand against this prejudice and support our LGBT colleagues, neighbors, friends, and family members. Everywhere I go, I have called for the immediate repeal of all laws criminalizing consensual adult same-sex relationships. These laws violate basic rights to privacy and to freedom from discrimination. And whether they're enforced or not, they actively encourage intolerant attitudes, giving homophobia a state seal of approval. Today, the United Nations and our partners issue a call to action for an end to criminalization, for effective legal protection from discrimination, for all members of our human family to be treated with the compassion, the respect, and the dignity they surely deserve. Realizing these goals will benefit affected individuals today and create a more just, stable, and hopeful world for generations to come. Thank you. So ends the Secretary General's message. And in a moment, I'll ask Imran Khan to introduce our new video, The Welcome. But first, on behalf of the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights, I'd really like to thank Imran for being here today, for giving his support to the campaign, for speaking up, as he has done so consistently and so eloquently, against homophobia and transphobia. He has made an enormous contribution to the cause of human rights for all. Imran, thank you. I'd also like to thank the representatives of the music company Saregama, who are with us today. Saregama's been an important contributor to this campaign, to this video. Mr. Ardash Gupta and Mr. GB Ayer, thank you for your support, for being here. And now the moment we've all been waiting for. Over to you, Imran.
The video's going to be on the screen? Yeah. Just checking. The video's going to be up on those screens, right? Okay. So, actually all of us sat down just before the press conference and we watched this, can I refer to it as your video? Or am I taking away from everyone else? The free and equal video. A lot of people have worked very hard on this and I think it's actually a key step in breaking down these prejudices that people have. A major part of it, of these prejudices, I think stems from, I do have to take some responsibility here on behalf of my industry, in the portrayal of LGBT relationships and characters in our films, in any media. And I think this takes a very, very important step in the right direction. And I think now Jackie is going to hit play.
Partners, but because the guy's haircut was terrible. But yeah, it's the truth. Okay, let's keep this a little more lighthearted. Let me start by asking you a very honest question. How many of you are gay? Oh, no one answer. Lesbian? Okay, Lakshmi, rest the transgender, it's clear. Nobody wants to answer, fair enough. Okay, this is half the problem. I think people are just worried it's somebody else's issue, or you hide it if you are, which is so sad actually. We were just discussing that while we were sipping coffee and waiting for the show to start. So I think that's one of the big problems, the fact that people live in another society and live away. We're going to talk about all that by getting people to actually come on stage and converse. Lakshmi, you're warned, only 2 minutes per answer. Ashok, condense your answer to less than 2 minutes. You're a great spokesperson, but I'll never stop talking. So let me call on stage to join us a panel of very interesting people. Let's call on Jyoti Sanghera, Chief of Social and Economic Issues, UN Human Rights Office in Geneva. A lovely place, Geneva. I've been there. It shuts at 4 in the afternoon, like Goa, with snow. Next we have Ashok Rao Kavi, who doesn't know him, founder of the Humsafar Trust and a veteran of the fight against homophobia, transphobia, and for the last 350 years, he's stood and led the crusade for equality and openness. Lakshmi Tripathi, actress and trailblazing transgender rights activist. Always a smile on her face, but plenty of stories, not all of them nice, that she has to share with us. Welcome them all on stage, and you can stop clapping so much. Relax, it's early, I understand. We'll start with Mr. Charles Ratcliffe, who's right there. Charles, the first question I want to ask you, because the elections are going on as we speak. So as a proud member of the United Nations, who are you voting for in this Indian election? Just kidding, okay. He said don't mention the elections, had to do it once. Okay, let's get back to the basic, which is why has the UN launched this campaign, and suddenly why is India so important? Suddenly it looks like the LGBT issues have become very big here, and almost like we're the new world when it comes to this issue. So tell us, why India?